When you're with me, you're supposed to be there.
Alright.
They all know I'm Zhoniin here. It's all cool.
Have you guys like recognized yet?
No, nobody will.
No one.
Nobody recognized me here. So a couple weeks back, I headed to Tokyo to attend Anime Japan, which I think is the biggest anime convention that's held in Japan. It's held at the Tokyo Big Sight Exhibition Center, and it was created from a merger of the Tokyo International Anime Fair and the Anime Contents Expo. Now, before I go into my thoughts and experience at this convention, let me show you the interviews that I was able to get with some cosplayers, where I asked them some hard-hitting, deep-cut battle anime questions that I know you guys are very curious about. Shanks, I have a big question for you. Do you think that Shanks is a celestial dragon? Is Shanks a good guy or a bad guy, in your opinion?
どうなんですかね、悪い人かもしれないですよね。
Do you think that Shanks is a celestial dragon?
Wow, that's a huge series. We might be in a surprise, right? Like, you cannot know. Like, even with Blackbeard. Yeah. So,
Oh, you think it's either Blackbeard or Shanks?
Yeah, or Doflamingo. Doflamingo is the celestial, right?
Yes.
There's something suspicious over there, right?
For sure.
Prison. Yeah.
Do you think Shanks is good or evil?
Did you read the last manga?
Yes, I'm up to date.
So that's a hard question.
It is.
Everybody loves the character, right?
Absolutely. One of my favorites.
Yeah, but you can never know in One Piece. Oda is a genius.
Your opinion?
No, it's not gonna be evil. There's gonna be a long twist, like Blackbeard, but no.
Okay, good guy?
Yeah, good guy. Good
Okay.
guy. Yeah.
Who do you think would win between Gogeta and Vegito?
Gogeta です
Hi.
Gogeta number one.
Which series is this?
これは断末って言ってラノベの作品なんですけど、ヘスティア様っていう神様のコスプレです。
Can you spoil the series for me?
ヘスティア様と一緒にいるベル君っていう冒険者が強くなりたいって言ってて、その子のそのベル君がどんどん強くなっていく物語なんですけど。
Do you think that Deku will die at the end of the series?
デクが、僕は行きます。大丈夫。
Do you think that Eren was right?
どうだろうね。わかんないです。
Do you think that Frieza was right for killing the Saiyans?
それはサイヤ人を虐殺するのはとても楽しかったですよ。
Do you think that Uraraka will be with Bakugo at the end?
私はデク派。デクとウララカ派なんで、ごめんなさい。
So I'm here with All Might. First of all, honor to meet you, sir. Do you think All Might will regain his power again?
可能性ある。あるね。ちょっとね、今ジャンプの方もちょっと可能性ある。
So yeah, I know that was brief and kind of awkward, maybe very awkward. But just keep in mind, the Japanese people are very different than Americans or just Westerners in general, especially when interacting with Westerners or gaijins, such as myself. But I appreciate that they were able to give me what they did. So first of all, I'll say that this is very different than the conventions that I've been to in America. My favorite one being Anime Expo in Los Angeles, which I will also be attending this year in July. And I say different because Anime Expo seemed to be larger than what Anime Japan was. Not necessarily attendance, but just booths and stages. Anime Japan didn't really have a lot of this. Although what it did have, they certainly made a spectacle of. And as I went through this convention, I realized that maybe it wasn't necessarily for the purpose of having like a lot of booths and a lot of, I guess you could say, independent people working there. It was more so for the 19 companies that the executive committee is made up of. I suppose that was the main attraction of coming here. But regardless, this was still a fun time and a very unique experience. Just going to Japan in general was a very unique experience. I mean, I guess that goes without saying. And I'll have another vlog video up later on the channel detailing my entire time in Japan. But anyway, I went here with 4 of my friends, and it took us about, I don't know, 3 hours or so to go through the entire convention. They did have some like press screener things and world premieres, such as like Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 trailer, but I wasn't able to get into this because apparently you had to buy like a separate ticket. There was also a really large section for cosplayers. They were set up like vendors would be, and there was lines to get to them, and a lot of really serious photographers, like the most serious cosplay photographers I've ever seen. Now also, there was a lot of really cool expositions here. Like any anime that you really like was probably being represented here, as long as it's somewhat contemporary. And I know most of the viewers on my channel are all battle anime and battle manga fans, such as myself, and you're probably curious, you know, what was the vibe like there with that stuff, especially like the big 3. It seems like Jujutsu Kaisen and Demon Slayer are up there as the top series, along with One Piece, of course, but surprisingly, I saw the most revolving around Jujutsu Kaisen and Demon Slayer. It's likely because their animes are currently airing or about to air, and One Piece Film Red kind of passed, so the hype on that is, I guess, waiting for the next big thing to come. But I wouldn't say that those were the biggest IPs or had the biggest attraction. What really seems to be the biggest in Japan, at least in the anime sphere, is like the girl stuff. I don't know how else to phrase it. It's just like the girl animes. You know what I'm talking about? The slice of lifey stuff or the magical girl stuff. It just seems like they really are hyped for that side of the anime stuff. Less so the battle anime. Now don't get me wrong, the battle anime stuff is definitely hyped, but it seems like the girl stuff is like the biggest deal to them. And that's awesome. You know, whatever you like, go for it. But obviously that is not my cup of tea. But overall, I did have a pretty cool experience here. I would like to go back next year, but we'll see how things are at that point. But I do recommend this expo for anyone who is a big anime fan, regardless of battle or slice of life or magical girl stuff, especially if you're looking for an excuse to visit Japan other than just, you know, visiting it for Japan itself.
Where are you from?
Germany.
Germany.
Yeah.
I'm actually going there in June.
Oh, really?
Do you know Turtle Fork?
Tilburg. Yeah, yeah. Is he from Germany?
No, he's from London. Well, we're like going around.
Are you coming for Dokumi?
No, we're just traveling. Yeah.
Because that's like the major con like we have in Germany.
Is it big like this?
It's this size, and they got like cooler exhibition. Like the stuff that they show is more like in the fandom. This is just an exposition of like the
Yeah, I
upcoming.
noticed that. There's not enough like not professional stuff.
Yeah,
You know
right.
what I mean?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Amin.
Amin.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, nice to meet you, dude.
Yeah. Man.
If I see you around, I'll be like, yo, Amin.
Yeah. What's up?
All right, man. Take it easy.
Okay. Have a good one.